Hello everyone, welcome to the video. In this video, we will be discussing about Amazon S3 and how we can upload and download our files in Amazon S3 using boto3 library. So let's begin. So S3 stands for Simple Storage Services. Amazon S3 is a highly scalable and durable object storage service provided by Amazon Web Services. It offers reliable and cost-effective data storage for a wide range of applications and use cases in the cloud. So what basically Amazon S3 is? S3 is a object storage service that allows you to store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere on the web. S3 can automatically scale to support virtually limitless storage capacity with high durability and availability. S3 is easy to use. S3 provides a simple web service interface to store and retrieve data, making it easy to integrate into applications. Now let's discuss the key features of Amazon S3. The first feature would be the durability. S3 provides extremely high durability with average of 11 nines of durability. The second would be the availability of S3 services. S3 offers high availability with a guarantee uptime of 99.9% per year. The third feature would be the security. S3 provides robust security features, including encryption, access control, and logging. The fourth feature would be the performance. S3 delivers fast and consistent performance with low latency and high throughput. Now let's consider some basic use cases of Amazon S3. The first use case would be backup and archiving. S3 is an ideal solution for backup, disaster recovery, and long-term data archiving. Second would be the content delivery. S3 can be used to host and distribute static website content, media files, and other digital assets. Big data analytics would be the third use case. S3 provides a scalable and durable storage layer for big data analytics and machine learning workloads. Many machine learning models also use S3 as the cloud storage for their datas. Now the fourth would be the bucket creation and management. In Amazon S3, we can create a bucket in which we can easily store our data, retrieve the data, download it or delete it. So first would be the create bucket option. Easily in S3, we can easily create buckets through AWS Management Console or using the AWS SDK. Here, we can also organize the buckets according to the hierarchical order of their time being created or the bucket structures. The third would be the manage life cycles. Configure bucket lifecycle policies automatically transition or delete objects based on defined rules over here. AWS S3 also provides object storage and versioning. Here we can upload our data and download our data, but also we can versionize our data. So what does versionizing mean? It if the same data is been uploaded twice, it versionizes it according to it and what changes are being made to the same file. So if a file named test1, let's consider it, is being uploaded twice, it would versionize it as version 1 and version 2, and when it was versionized also is also available on Amazon S3. Uh, the next feature would be the access control and security. The feature of identity and access management is also provided by S3. Granularly control access of S3 buckets or using the IAM policies and the bucket policies are provided by S3. Encryption of the data. We can encrypt our data and rest it in the transit using the server-side encryption or using the client-side encryption. So these are the two types of encryption provided by S3 over here. And the last would be the logging and monitoring. We can use Access logging and Amazon Cloud Trail to monitor and audit all the actions performed on our S3 resources. Now let's see the pricing and cost optimization. The Amazon S3 provides a pay-as-you-go pricing. S3 offers a simple pay-as-you-go pricing model with no upfront cost and long-term commitments. And the cost optimization feature is also provided by S3. S3 storage classes, lifecycle policies, and other features to optimize our storage costs are being used. And billing transparency is also provided by S3. A detailed bill report and cost allocation helps us to understand and manages the S3 spending which are being done. Uh, Amazon S3 can also be integrated to other AWS services. Other services like AWS Lambda, Amazon Athena, and Amazon EC2. Amazon Lambda allows us to respond to certain S3 events, enabling us serverless data processing. Amazon Athena allows us to store the and respond to query data stores using SQL language without the need to manage any infrastructure. Amazon EC2 uh, can be used for EC2 instances and application as a scalable storage layer. So these were the some AWS services we can use along with AWS S3 here. And now let's see what are the conclusion and key takeaways for Amazon S3. Amazon S3 is a very scalable and reliable storage option. S3 provides virtually unlimited and highly durable storage and a wide range of applications. Flexibility and easy to use. S3 is very flexible and simple to use. S3 offers a simple and intuitive interface for storing, managing, and accessing our data. The security and compliance are very high here. S3 include advanced security features and supports like encryption, server side and client side as well, and supports compliance with various industry standards. Cost-effective solution is also the key takeaways over here. Amazon S3 provides a pay-as-you-go pricing, and cost optimization is also a feature which makes it a cost-effective storage solution. So now let's see how we can create a bucket in S3 and how we can add and delete our data, add, delete and download our data in actual AWS environment. So now let's switch to AWS console and let's see. So this is the AWS console. Over here, we can see various services being listed over here. Our basic aim in this video is about S3. So we are going to just search S3 over here and click on it. As we can see over here, general purpose buckets are already being created with some buckets already being present. Palace test 1 and Palace test 2 are already being present. So now let's try to create a new bucket. From here, create bucket option, we can simply just create a new bucket. Bucket type would be just general purpose. Now let's try to name our bucket. Now let's name it Flash.test3. This would be our bucket ownership. ACLs, let it be disabled for now. Bucket versioning, we need to enable it so that we can see the previous versions of the file being uploaded and what changes are being made in it. And the rest needs to be the default as being there. Now just we need to create a bucket. So now let's just wait for a while. As we can see, Palash.test3 has been created. We over here, as we can see, Palash.test3 is the third bucket with name AWS region from EU North, and it was created on October 28, 2024. Now, so now let's click on to this. As we can see, currently no data is present in this bucket. Now let's try to upload a file to it. From here, we can add our files, any file that we want to type. For a free trial, Amazon provides 5 GB per year. Afterwards, it would be based on the pricing model that we select. So let's try to simply just upload a file over here. So for now, let's try to upload a new file named foo. Foo.csv is the file that we are trying to upload, and now just let's click on upload and wait. As we can see, the foo.csv file has been uploaded over here, and just we can close over here. So this is how we can upload our data, and by selecting the foo.file, and we can simply just download the file to our machine. So this is how we simply upload and download the file from a Amazon S3 bucket. Now the problem lies ahead in front of is how can we upload and download our data from program from the program itself. So for that we use a library of Python that is named as boto3. So let's see how we can use boto3 library to upload and download our file in AWS S3 bucket. So let's begin. So first of all, we need to install the boto3 library. The command that I have used over here is the pip install boto3 library. Just simply run it out. As we can see, it takes a bit of time. As you can see, I have already installed it previously, so it just says requirement already satisfied and the boto3 library has been installed. Now the next thing would be we need to import the boto3 and the pandas library. The pandas library is being used as we are going to upload and retrieve the CSV files, and for reading the CSV file we use pandas. And over here I have just simply used the S3 variable and use the boto3 client function to just simply allocate the S3 module to the S3 variable over here, and now just run the part of the code. As we can see, it runs perfectly well. Now here's the main game happens. What we have done is we have initialized that S3 variable to boto3 dot resolve resource function. The resource function takes around four inputs. The first is the service name. The service name is S3. The region name, as we can see, the three needs over here are the region name, AWS access key ID, and AWS secret access key. So let's see from where we can get these three from our AWS console. So over here it is the AWS console over here. Now let's try to go in IAM manager and the feature named users. In the user section, we can see over here we can create a user or and a test1 user already exists. We don't need to do anything. We just need to simply create a create user, uh, give a user name. These are all the optional attributes. If we wish to use it, we can. Right now, I don't need them, so I just click on next. Over here, we need to give the permission options as the attach policies directly options, and here I need to search for S3 full access. So when I need to run programs and access S3 directly from my program, I need to provide Amazon S3 full access to the attached policies. So just I'll simply select it and create and click on next and just simply create a user. As we can see, the test2 user it is already being created over here. Now just simply I'll click on test2 and go to security credentials and scroll down. As we can see over here, here is the access key. Now as you can see, no access key has been created. What I'll do is I'll just simply create a access key. We need to just simply select the option why we are creating a access key. I am just simply clicking on other. Next here, providing a reason why I'm creating the access key, and just simply create on click. As we can see, the access key and the secret access key has been created, which I can use in my code over here. So this is how we get the access key and the secret access key of the AWS, the remaining thing that I need to select is the region. So if I'll go on S3 and wait for it, and as we can see, AWS region is also available for all the buckets that are being listed. So the EU North one is the region that I just need to copy it out and paste in my code. So over here, I have just simply pasted the US East 2, which is the region name, and AWS access key IDs and AWS secret key access key is also being pasted, is being provided. Now just let's simply run the code. Now let's just simply run the code and it runs perfectly fine. Now what we are going to do is we are going to just print out the buckets present in the AWS S3 in my account. So now for that we are going to use the for function the for loop, and it's going to just simply print the bucket dot name from S3. If when I run it out, let's wait. As we can see, Palash dot test1, test2, and test3 are the three buckets present. So this is how we print the buckets present in S3 using a for loop. Just it's just the basic of S3 there which can be used in the program. Now let's just try to upload a file in S3. For that we are going to need a S3FS library as well. So we are just going to install it using pip install S3FS, and we'll wait for a while when till it installs out. All requirements already satisfied as I have already installed S3FS on my machine. And now uh, let's see how we are going to upload our files to uh, the S3 bucket. Uh, what I have done over here is I have made two variables foo and bar. The foo contains a data frame which consists of x and y attributes, which x consists of 1 2 3 and y consists of ABCs, and bar contains x as 1 10 20 30 and y as a b b and cc. Now what we are going to do are we have made the two data frames foo and bar now, and we are going to save these data frames. The first is the foo.2csv and second would be the bar.2csv, and we have named the files as foo.csv and bar.csv. Now to upload these files foo.csv and bar.csv, what we are going to use is we are going to use the function name as s3.bucket.upload file function. Uh, as we can see over here, let's first run this part of the code. As we can see, it completely runs fine, and the two file foo.csv and bar.csv have been created respectively. Now just let's upload the file to the S3 bucket. What we have used is the function s3.bucket.upload file. S3.bucket palash.test1 is the name of the bucket. Upload file contains the file name and the key. File name is the foo.csv and key can be same as the file name, no worries in it. And similarly we have uploaded the bar CSV file over here as well. So just let's run this part of the code as well. As we can see, there are no errors, and the files foo.csv and bar.csv have been uploaded to palash.test1 bucket. Now let's check our Amazon S3 bucket console in Palash test1 whether the files foo.csv and bar.csv have been uploaded or not. So now let's click on palash.test1 here. As we can see that the foo.csv and the bar.csv have been uploaded. So now let's check what data is present in foo.csv and bar.csv. For that, what I have used is again a for loop. In what I have done over here is we are trying to print all the objects that are present in the bucket palash.test1, and we have just simply print that objects. So let's try to print it out. As we can see, the S3 bucket name palash.test1 contains bar.csv and foo.csv. And now let's load the file directly into Python. So what we are going to do is a file has already been saved on S3 bucket, and what we will do is we will load that file directly into our program. For that, what we are going to do is we are going to create a variable named obj, and in that we will be using Collage.test1's object, that is foo.csv, and we will use the get command to get the file present in the Collage.test1. So now let's run the program out over here. As we can see, we have loaded the file over here, and similarly we have loaded the bar.csv file as well. And now if I print out print the head of the foo.head, if we I just simply print it out, as you can see, it contains xy and 0 1 2 10 and a, these are all the data present in foo.head. And similarly we can print, if we need to print the data present in bar, what I am going to just simply type it out, bar.head as well. So let's type it out, bar.head, sorry, and just simply run it out. So this is all the data that present in both the files. So there, that is being displayed to us. Now also we can download our data in using boto3, that the data is present in collage.test1. For that, the function required is s3.bucket.download file. The s3.bucket contains the name of the bucket. Here it is collage.test1. And the download file contains the key and the file name. The key and the file name, the key would be here the file present in the S3 bucket, that is foo.csv, and the file name here would be the name in which the name of the file that I want to be downloaded as. So the foo.csv would be downloaded as foo2.csv and stored into my machines. And then what would be I doing is I'll try to read the foo.csv data that is present over here. So just I'll press on run, and this is the data that is being present, that is xy contains 1 2 x contains 1 2 3 and y contains abc. So this is how we download and upload our data using boto3. So that's all from my side. Thank you. Have a great day.